Hello there. Do people trust your business? If they don't, this could be costing you so much sales, it could keep your business from being successful. Luckily, we're going to talk about a number of ways to build that trust with all of your customers. Let's jump in. The first one is to get as many reviews as possible. So building it into your process is the best way to do this. So you should have a standard thing where you ask them at the end, where you send them an email, where you just make it part of the system so it happens every single time. And you want to ask people for their honest feedback. Don't ask for a 5-star review. That'll make people uncomfortable. You do want their actual opinions. If they were frustrated, you want to know how you can improve. And review sites have found that between like 4.5 to 4.8 is actually the sweet spot, because otherwise it looks curated and it looks like you just asked a bunch of people for reviews versus people giving their honest feedback and opinions. So definitely make that part of your process. For me, it's like a part of the email list. When someone purchases a product, automatically they get an email asking for the review. It's super easy on Google My Business on exactly how to create that link directly to the Google My Business. It's super simple. There's no excuse not to be asking for reviews and testimonials. You also want people to go in depth with these reviews and talk about what their experience was like before working with you, what it was like working with you, and how their life or their experience is a lot better right now. You should also be asking people if you can incorporate those reviews onto your website or brochures or anything like that, because that's incredibly valuable for building trust. The second is you should be checking for typos and also looking at what professional websites and online profiles are doing, because if you look super amateur, it will not build any trust. Now, it could take a lot going through to spell check every single thing, so you can recruit some help, and you can mainly focus on like the pages that are getting the most visits or the profiles that are the most important, but you actually want to check these periodically. Even if you're not making changes, sometimes you'll just skip by something. When we read something we wrote ourselves, we tend to auto-correct it in our mind. So going through these every so often will make sure that someone doesn't stumble upon what you wrote and see typos and see you as unprofessional. But just using consistent colors can be a really big thing too, and consistent fonts. If you went to buy a computer online and the website had tons of typos and it looked like it was completely amateur, your level of trust would be very, very low. So it could be studying people who are doing it really, really well and implementing some of the things that they're doing to build trust. Number 3 is having some sort of guarantee in place. You don't have to do like My Business where it's a full money back guarantee, but people are taking a lot of risk, so you definitely want to mitigate some of that risk. And if you offer a really good product, a really good service, you should be willing to back that up. Now, will some people take advantage of that? Yes, definitely. But if you're doing a great job, the percentage is very, very small, and you can really increase the number of sales if you do have those guarantees. You don't want to spend all of your time thinking about the 1% of people who are dishonest who will take advantage of that, because I've seen those guarantees really almost double sales some of the time. The next one is actually demonstrating some of your skill and expertise. So you can do this with doing public speaking. It can be with building an online following or doing a webinar. It can also be like media mentions. Let's say if you're a bakery, that can really go a long way in terms of people seeing you as a really well-respected and amazing bakery. Also, a resource that I love, it's called Help a Reporter Out, or HARO. And I've used this. You can actually look for journalists that are looking to feature someone's expertise, where you can actually get mentions. I actually got mentioned in an article on Forbes and another one on like small business trends, and that's really helped build my authority and build the trust for my brand. So definitely look into that. I will be doing a tutorial later on exactly the process to go through that. Actually being trustworthy is actually the biggest part of this. If you're not over-promising and under-delivering, if you're not being deceptive, if you're having good communication and checking in to see what's going well, what needs some work, this will help you across the board. It'll help you with more reviews, more testimonials, just a general better word of mouth about your business and what you do. This will go a long, long way. If you want to go a lot deeper, I actually created a full template of an exact email you can send to get amazing reviews and testimonials. And it also has additional tips and strategies for building trust. So I'm gonna have a link down to that below. You just punch in your email, you get instant access to that, and you can start sending out those emails immediately.